Welcome to our channel.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so do we still have to do intros after this?
Intro for what? I know you, you know me. I mean,
they don't know us.
Intro can take. It's like, so who are you? No question. Like, wow. Like, what's your name? Oh, I'm Jackie Hill Perry. This is Perry.
Jackie, I hope you get to watch this and see how many shout outs this girl gives you. Like, woo! Hey, shout you out, yo. It's dope.
Okay.
It's dope.
I don't know. It feels weird. My name is Yanela Hazel.
It does feel weird. Like, we did intros. They must check out our Instagram. They know that I like foul smells and you like walking barefoot.
Yeah. Definitely weird stuff about us.
It is. Okay, let's talk about then the purpose of the channel. Why are we doing Chosen?
What are we doing?
Gosh, firstly, because God said we should do it. That's the first reason.
Why are we doing Chosen? You out here saying Chosen.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Too many kingdom projects, y'all.
This is also Chosen, baby. It's Chosen. Ephesians type of Chosen. Why are we doing the couch?
Yeah.
Okay, one of, I guess, the main reason of doing the couch is actually
because we talk too much. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we talk a lot. Hey, I feel sorry for people who know us, like my family. God bless y'all. I love y'all. My friends, I love all of y'all. Y'all survived. Anyway, besides us being positive, I think the main reason is actually to put Christian lifestyle on blast. The main reason is for us to actually clearly depict what it means to be a born-again Christian. What does it mean to fully walk in alignment to all that God has for you? What does it mean to be one with Christ? How does it look? You know, not just the how, but the what. What is it? You know, because we make this assumption everyone knows. And that the moment they get born again, you have all this information. No, like there's discipleship that's needed there. It's a process. And I pray that through the couch, we get to unpack the process thereof of Christian living holistically. Yeah. Not only in limited areas that involve purpose, relationships, dating, and all that stuff, but holistically. How does you being born again affect your family? How does you being born again affect your workplace? How does you being born again affect the area you're in, the family you're born into? And
yeah, I guess, and also like how, as you said, Christian lifestyle, how do we live? What do we do? I think the most important thing, which I'm really excited about, is for us to reveal how different everybody's walk is, even though the destination is the same, even though we serve the same God, but we go through different things and we tackle them differently, and that's okay, you know. I'm excited about that, you know, because I know a lot. I also with my siblings, sometimes they look at me and they like, but you know, how would you do this? And obviously because of the Holy Spirit, I'm able to be like, no, you need to ask them. And I think it's so amazing that consistently as you keep growing in the Lord, you begin to realize that in as much as you can answer people in the wisdom that the Lord has given you, it's always better to send them to the Lord. It's always better. Be like, talk to him. Go ask him, you know. Ask him what he thinks. I do. The reason why I can answer you is because I asked him, Lord, what do you think? And he said, this is what I think. So, and also to also start seeing the Holy Spirit as a person, to start seeing him as someone that you can engage with on that level. That there's nothing too awkward for him, too hard for him. And also just to show people the stuff we be going through, you know.
Oh, because we be going through.
You know, them hardships we be tackling, you know, them generational curses breaking. Just to, I think also when we were talking about it, we were like, we actually don't know how Christians live. What do they do at home? How do they chill with their families? Do they watch series? Do they not watch series? Do they listen to secular music? Do they, you know,
all those things.
You know, what do they eat? You know, do they eat pork?
That question hits me hard all the time. Like, are you serious? You guys serious?
Yes. I eat bacon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A lot.
I eat Sausage.
like I also say divorce.
Yeah, just
But yeah, definitely get you.
but yeah, just to show them that we live on Earth. We don't live like the people of the world, but we live on Earth. We're on Earth. We also like to swim and stuff like that, you know? Yeah. So I think it's going to be interesting. I also think it's a lot of responsibility, which is what I had really wanted to talk to the Lord about, or been mentioning to him. Like, Lord, it's scary because now the responsibility of having to lead people like that, you know, because there'll be people that are watching this and they're going to be thinking, I look up to Yonela, or I look up to Tiny, and, you know, if she says pray every day, then, you know, that's what I'm going to try, you know, because in as much as we can all be like, and I don't necessarily think it's that we worship our pastors, no, but we look up to them, you know, they've done things that we are like, yes, you know, and to adopt some of the things that they've done because we spend time with them that much. You know, when you see him praying that much, you think I should be praying too, yo. You know, when you see him say get in the word. And also we're so privileged to have pastors that are really for the kingdom and about the kingdom, you know. And so to see them live like that, to actually see the people surrounded by that you're surrounded by that are leading you live for God for real, you know, and you see the responsibility of it, you're just like, it makes you want to do justice, you know. You can't just be misleading people. It's just it's scary, but also that could also cripple you into never doing it, which is
I don't think it's part of the plan. I really don't think it's part of the plan. I really don't think it, but I definitely also, like in that point where you were talking about how they'll be like, so pray every day because she pray every day. I think it's one of the clarity that we need to give a lot of people, that there's grace for everything that God, whatever we will share on this platform, whatever we have gone, there's grace for it. It's not that we rocked up one day and be like, yeah, I can do it. No, you know, and it's that thing of also you being gracious to yourself, you know, because sometimes you'll be like, there's grace. They kind of like receive God's grace, but they can't be gracious to themselves, you know, because you hold yourself back saying, I should have prayed. Girl, fine. It's fine. You did not pray. Now what? Does God love you less?
Yes.
No, because also they need to know. We go through that stuff as well, like God, and I'm saying, like,
no,
the Bible's lit today, you know. So I think it's also that thing of, as much as God has put us in such a platform, and we use it in ways that we can't even imagine, it's really, really important to go back to the source.
Yeah, always. If we can't even do it without the source. He's the reason we're doing this. He's the reason both of us are alive. You know, we already saw you.
I did. It's fine. I know. Like, it's
so
bad.
why are you trying to hide?
My grandmama gave me a handkerchief. It's bad by the village. But anyway.
Yeah, but also I think also for people to just know that it's not, we have not arrived, as you said. We are not
arrived
by any means.
Arrival we will be like him when he comes back.
Yeah. Can't wait for that. Yes. We're learning, you know, we're learning as we grow. We're also asking questions too. We're also not 100% like, I got all the answers. We do not.
Sometimes
we don't.
Sometimes we get shaky. Like, I don't want to ask this question because I think I'm not going to like the response. Like, let's not pray about it. How about that?
That is the best. I like that answer. That is the best answer. Let's go pray about it. You know, because also what could be yes for me doesn't mean it's yes for you. You know.
No.
Child.
No. You go see flames.
You know what that feels like.
We are following Jesus. We're not following people. We're following Christ.
Yes. And whatever he says goes.
Yeah. Most of the time, we like detours. But
huh?
I'm like saying most of the time we like detours. That's how we learn.
Oh, we do.
Sadly. But thank God for his grace.
Okay, so what do we hope to achieve on the show? Same. I'm kidding. Oh, God.
Yo, got it. Got it. What's with the coughing? I don't know
Oh
yet.
my God. I coughed once. In
I
this
didn't know
whole
you had to-
recording, I coughed.
Twice.
Are you trying to say something? Are you
No,
trying
I
to say
ain't saying
something?
nothing.
Does
I
it
ain't
sound
saying
like
nothing, girl.
you
And
sure?
the sugar.
I'm watching you. I see you.
But yeah, I think what the aim is to achieve is not only just to inspire, but an inspiration that has long-lasting results. You know, there's so many people out there, doing the work of the Lord, right? And I ain't gonna say nothing, but it's fine. Like there's so many vessels out there, But
Yeah.
I think more than inspiration, it's a transformation. It's
Yes.
people's lives being transformed. That ever since maybe I listened to Tiny and Yonela, I've learned a few things about my walk that I was not aware I had access to. Because sometimes it's a matter of awareness. It's there in the word. It's there in spending time with God. And because you don't know that you have it, the enemy can use it anyhow. Because I remember once the Lord told me how the enemy actually exercises his power on earth. It is through people who are actually authority. We have authority. God has given us authority on earth, right? But when we don't know what that authority gives us access to, the enemy dominates the earth through that authority. Through that authority, not submitted under Christ, he will dominate the flesh to advance his kingdom. So it's unpacking things like that and being able to know that, look, you have this at your disposal, use it. For example, worship is a weapon, use it. Praying is a weapon, use it. If it's in terms of the gospel, what does the gospel mean? It doesn't end at you saying, I'm going to heaven. There's an earthly responsibility that will affect how you live your life in heaven. Things like that, having an awareness and understanding what keys do I have for the kingdom and how can I use them.
Yeah, and above all, how we are not depressed and sad. We are actually happy people. We are joyous. We are. I always think it's such a privilege to know the Lord. I really do. He keeps me very sane. My mind can be a playing ground for the enemy sometimes. And it's the Lord that keeps me sane. So to know Him like that, to rest on knowing that, man, Jesus got my back, y'all. I think that's major for me. I think that's one of the things that I hope to achieve, to show people that God is not this aftermath. He's not this thing that you just go to when you're in trouble. Or I don't know, once a week. No, you really genuinely want to chill with Him every day. It feels weird when you don't read your Bible. You feel out of place. Something is not right. Because you're like, what? But just to see that to be in His presence is the best place to be. That it's so bad that we want to be there all the time, dude.
You're like, okay,
so crazy.
I gotta go. I know I gotta cook, but it gotta go. Time.
Dude. And also to learn that balance, as we grow, we get taught different things. The Lord was really telling me how it's so important for us to be, spiritually inclined, spiritually woke for real, but we are on earth. If I'm just gonna be all spirit, what is the point of me being here in the flesh? What is the point? We need to know how to balance those two things out, because without that, we can't do ministry. We can't. How are you gonna minister if you're 90%? Yes, we should be I think we should be 90% spirit, and then the 10%, because you alive on earth. You gotta eat, girl. You
got to. You have to.
You need to drink some water. Drink water, okay? But to see, y'all better drink water. To see that balance. We need that balance. We really, really need to learn how to do that balance. We need to learn how to be people that can have picnics, but we're still children of God. We're still, how do we have fun? How do we live? If God says He's given us everything pertaining to life and godliness. Come on, y'all.
Mm.
God doesn't want us to, and he said, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Like, that doesn't sound boring to me.
Yeah.
That does not sound boring to me.
Yeah.
That sounds like, yes. Yeah, please.
I want that.
Let's do it. Yeah. So I think just to show people that, I think is really my goal, I guess, to show them that Jesus was fully God and fully man. You know, he was hungry, he was thirsty, he
cried.
all those things. He cried. Oh, he cried. He did.
Look at you. Yeah.
I don't know why that touches me, but yes, he cried.
Yeah, he did.
He cried. He was compassionate like crazy. You know, he was, all those things. They like make, those are the things I think that keep my faith going, I guess. To remember that God is not just, no. He's the first thing. He's the first. He's the most important thing. He goes number one. He gets first position in everything.
Everything.
And to learn that whether you agree with that or not, it's a fact, bruh.
It's a fact.
It's not a fact. It's the truth.
It's
the truth. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness
thereof. Hey?
No.
It's the full package.
But also I think it's gonna be interesting for people to also see when we go through.
God bless the going through. We're going through. Yeah. You were talking about balance. And I was actually reminded. Sometimes we think balance only just includes, but somehow we always take out the home element. We always take it out. We think balance includes the career, ministry, the house, and for me, it's been a recent thing. Like, it's been a prayer since I got back home this side, that, hey, Lord, teach me how to bring the balance. And then when it came that I was doing more housework than I was praying, then it's like, something. The enemy is attack. God is like, no, this is not an attack. This is an answered prayer. You're gonna learn to navigate that. You pray another time. Maybe when everyone is asleep, I had to wait for the kids to sleep, and then it's like, okay, now we the rest, And then how he actually made me realize that I would complain when I have to go cook. And he's like, he would remind me, is that Timothy, I'll look for the scripture. Hopefully we can put it up, where he is saying people who are talking about elders in the church or leaders, that one of the qualifications is to be able to take care of their household. The household that I'm currently in, my home, So it's all great and well that all this praying, we are praying for people who ask for prayers. We are praying for our lives, we're praying for our families. But if our families don't practically see the love of God in us cooking for them, they always be like, Yonela always has to pray. 2 hours, but you can't cook 2 hours, So that practical element of it for me was learning that, like, wake up early if needs be, pray before, and then you start doing the work of the day. If you can't wake up early because winter shows us flames, guys, God bless winter. I love it, hey? But okay, man, and then you have to learn that, okay, fine, you can't be like, no, finish doing the food, because God is a God of order. Serve the people.
Or pray while you're doing the food.
You're like, okay, we ain't trying to scare no people. We tried that, and they just look at me like, Zanella, what are you doing? I'm praying. Well, okay, but it's that thing of also the culture, introducing the culture thereof of the people of God inside your house, because sometimes it's weird. Now the kids were like, I'll be playing the Maverick City real thing. I suppose one will be singing in the background like, you're the real thing.
Shout out, people. Shout out, guys.
She'll be like she'll be singing along, and like the other time she left was going back to school, and when I was listening to the song, I could hear her sing in the background. I was like, actually, I could have missed that memory had I just said, please leave, But the fact that I saw that the godly living was affecting my sister, that one day she'll actually want to know Christ because her older sister told her how you pray. She may not understand the language of the spirit. She may not understand, like, why do you have to clap and stomp around and move around the house, but she has seen it. There's a seed there that says, I once saw Susanella going through, but I saw her pray. I saw her being joyous. I saw her being, like, showing the fruits of the spirit. I want to know what that is. I want to have that what she has, and then that's when we start to see the fruits of whatever we've been praying for.
You're reminding me of my kiddies books.
Aww, how can I? Those kiddies books better come, girl.
But disclaimer, Yanela and I don't have kids. When we say the
Yeah,
kids,
we don't. We are single. Like
we mean our siblings.
our siblings.
Yes.
Yes. It's very weird how God has actually made us motherly.
Dude!
I was never that type. I'm gonna let you know. My sisters can attest to this. Zuti and Sasonga, shout out. They can attest to this. I was never that girl. I did not want kids. I was like, for what? You don't like me? I'm like, also, the moment a baby cries, go back to your mother. Like, I was that person. Yep. In Jesus' days, but we thank God for Christ. Like, we're new creations because of Christ, you know? But yeah, so it's very weird. Yeah.
It is. Okay, so I guess that's the end of this session.